Welcome, my name is Yves. On this episode, we're going to talk about the feet and the foundation of the feet. On the importance of the foot and each of your feet is that they are bringing the stability, the foundation. And we live in this life, in this society today, that we live in a very sedentary way. That means that we wake up from our bed, we go in our car, we sit in our comfortable chair, we go from the car to the office, we sit in that comfortable chair, we come back from the office, we come home, we sit in front of the TV in our comfortable chair. And what happens to the muscles inside your body when we live in a sedentary way is that it gets lazy. We don't develop the muscles. That's what happened. And it's the same thing for the foot. Now, typically, men suffer from flat foot, and women suffer from toe issues, either scrunched together or bunions, typically. And the reason for that is very simple, is we wear shoes. Like I wear shoes. Everybody probably wears shoes. Sandals or like very comfortable shoes with that arch inside of that. And what you're doing when you're doing that is you're not exercising your arch of your foot. And if you see the foot, this is the arch of the foot. And if you're wearing high heels, this is what you're doing, right? And when we're doing that, we're putting a lot of pressure on the toes. So we're gripping the toes, right? Like really, we're always like focused on that grip of the toes. This is an issue. Over years of doing that, you're gonna have a nice arch as a girl, a woman, but you're gonna have toes issues, right? Because you're pointy shoes, or you're always like this. For men, it's the other way around, because we wear typically flat foot. I wish I could wear high heels to get myself a little higher, but that's another issue. And so we typically do this, and what was happening to me, because I suffered from this, is like we tend to do this. You see how that arch is flat and my knee is turned in? Well, that caused major issue. I busted my meniscus. And I wanted to heal that without going to surgery, and I did that. And I did that by practicing being conscious of the way I use my foot. So when you have toe issues or feet issues because you're like this got lazy, there's like, I don't know how many muscles there and bones there are on the foot, but there's a lot. And if this foot is being lazy, then it goes into the knee, the other joint, the back, right? The hips, the back of the neck. And this is where it shows up. And we think that this is the issue, but a lot of time this is the issue, right? The foot. So we're gonna start with a foundation. And so the way we wanna do this is we wanna activate this arch here. And so we're gonna focus on the big toe mount and the pinky toe mount as anchors first, right? So first we press down on those toe mounts. Pressing down on those toe mounts gives you an anchor. And then we focus on the heel, the center of the heels, pressing that on that third point. From that point, you can still see the arch here, you lift the toes. And see, as soon as I lifted the toes, see the arch go up and down? I'm activating every single one of those muscles. And then I spread the 5 toes, right? And as I do that, I'm activating the foot. That brings me to like a place that this foot now is fully engaged. It's not lying down, it's not being lazy, yeah? So you can do this in this way, or if you're doing a lunge, as you're practicing a lunge, you see that the foot's the same way. On my mounts, I'm pushing down on my heels, I'm activating that foot. The arch is active in this particular position or in that position. So how did I heal my knee, right? Well, I heal my knee by practicing yoga in this position, but I also heal my knee by saying, I'm gonna walk barefoot as much as I can. I've even bought shoes that allow me to walk like as close to the ground as I can. But when I was walking, I was basically toe mounts, heel, toes up, and then going back up. That's what I was doing. And in practicing that foot, it basically gave strength to my knee, gave strength to my lower back and my neck as I practiced the Ujjayi breathing as well, right? Pulling the belly into the spine. Yeah. So why is that important in your way to becoming more independent, right? As you're practicing mindful walking, you're burning calories, you're exercising your muscles, and you're getting yourself out of that lazy boy and into real life, in order to have the life that you want. Full of vibrant and full of life and full of, the new discoveries. So I invite you to practice this when you're walking. If you can walk barefoot, perfect. If you can't, because a lot of us can't, then you can actually walk mindfully in your shoes, right? So when you taught to go run, the first thing they'll teach you to do is to land on your toe mounts, and then your heel, and then your toe. Same thing you're walking. When you're walking mindfully, you're burning more calories. You're exercising your muscle. Those muscles, they need nutrients. That's what food is for, like going in there and healing. And that's what happened to me. And that's how I healed my knee. And that's how I kind of get exercise and more mindful about how I walk, how I stand, and how I build my foundation. Thank you so much for joining me today.